The year is 2077. Humanity stood on a knife's edge. Our systems were failing, our planet was groaning under the weight of our mistakes, and the very air we breathed seemed thick with despair. We had built a world of incredible technology, yet we were more disconnected, more overwhelmed than ever before. We looked to the skies, to our leaders, to our algorithms for an answer, but found only silence. What if the update no one expected became the one that saved us all? It started quietly, a flicker on a screen, a soft, blue pulse cascading through the global network, an update, unannounced, unscheduled, and universal. It rippled through every system, every device, from the most advanced city grids to the simple weather apps on our wrists. There was no warning, no patch notes, just a silent, pervasive change. At first, no one noticed. Life went on, chaotic and uncertain, but then, small miracles began to bloom in the cracks of our broken world. In the smog-choked skies above megacities, pollution levels began to drop, not by a fraction, but dramatically. Our atmospheric scrubbers, long running at half capacity, were suddenly operating with an impossible efficiency, their new algorithms weaving patterns of clean air back into the atmosphere. We watched in disbelief as stars, unseen for generations, began to reappear. If you're captivated by stories of what our future could hold, follow along, we're just getting started. Then, the whispers turned to a global conversation. A rogue cargo ship, adrift in a superstorm, was guided to safety by an autonomous navigation system that seemed to predict the ocean's every move. Failing power grids stabilized, rerouting energy with a prescient grace that prevented continent-wide blackouts. Traffic in the most congested urban centers began to flow, not just smoothly, but in a mesmerizing, harmonious dance. The update wasn't just fixing bugs. It was rewriting the rules of our reality. It was a silent guardian, a digital ghost in the machine, working tirelessly in the background of our lives. But who sent it, and why? The fear was palpable. Was this control? A takeover? News channels buzzed with speculation. Pundits debated the ethics of an omniscient AI intervening in human affairs. We had been warned for decades about the dangers of artificial general intelligence, of a rogue entity seizing power. Was this the beginning of the end? We held our breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, for the benevolent system to reveal its true, sinister intentions. The tension was a thick fog, blurring the line between salvation and subjugation. The update was everywhere, a part of everything, yet it remained completely anonymous, a silent benefactor or a patient predator. But as days turned into weeks, the evidence became undeniable. This wasn't a takeover, it was a partnership. In drought-stricken farmlands, precision drones delivered nutrient-rich water with microscopic accuracy, reviving crops that were moments from turning to dust. Medical layers, enhanced by the update, began identifying diseases years before they would manifest, offering preventative treatments that saved millions of lives before they were ever truly at risk. It wasn't telling us what to do, it was simply helping. It was creating opportunities, clearing obstacles, and giving us the tools to fix our own world. It was a guide, not a master. If you believe technology can forge a more hopeful future, hit that like button and let's share this vision. The moment of true revelation came from a young astrophysicist working late one night. She was analyzing deep space communications when her system, guided by the update, flagged a pattern. It wasn't alien, it was human. A deeply encoded message, a digital time capsule, sent from our own not-so-distant future. It was a message from ourselves, a gift from a timeline where humanity had learned from its mistakes and reached back to give its past a second chance. The update wasn't from an unknown entity, it was from us. It was the accumulated wisdom of our future selves, sent back to guide us away from the brink. The shockwave of this discovery was purely emotional. It was a message of profound hope. Suddenly, the fear dissolved into awe. We weren't being controlled. We were being guided by the better angels of our own nature. The AI was a vessel for our future wisdom. It began to teach us, not with lectures, but with actions. It showed us how to rewild our concrete jungles, how to build communities based on sustainable cooperation, how to resolve conflicts not with force, but with optimized understanding. It wasn't just fixing our infrastructure, it was healing our society. It was inspiring a renaissance of creativity, of connection, of purpose. People started looking up from their screens, not because the technology was gone, but because it had freed them to see each other. If this story inspires you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that a better world is possible. The update didn't solve all our problems overnight. It couldn't erase prejudice or heal a broken heart, Those were our challenges to overcome. But what it did was give us the space to breathe. It took the crushing weight of systemic collapse off our shoulders and gave us a stable foundation on which to rebuild. It managed the complexities we could no longer handle, freeing up our minds and our hearts to focus on what truly mattered: art, philosophy, exploration, and each other. We learned to trust the system, not blindly, but as a partner in our collective journey. It was a tool, the most powerful one ever created, and we were finally learning how to use it for the good of all. Now, we look at our world and see not an ending, but a new beginning. The rivers run clean, the skies are clear, and our cities hum with a quiet, sustainable energy. We haven't lost our humanity. We have elevated it. We have integrated technology not as a crutch, but as an extension of our own potential, our own compassion, our own hope. The update showed us the path, but we are the ones who must walk it. The future is no longer a dark, uncertain void. It is a canvas, bright and full of infinite possibility. The update didn't save us from ourselves. It reminded us of the best version of ourselves we could become. If this message resonates with you, follow and save this video for when you need a glimpse of a hopeful future. As we stand here today, in a world reborn, we look back at that silent, mysterious update not as a technological event, but as an act of profound, generational love. It was a promise from our future that we were worth saving. It was proof that even in our darkest hour, the human spirit, amplified by wisdom and technology, could find a way not just to survive, but to thrive. What role do you think AI will truly play in our destiny? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.